So, 3 weeks in, and it feels like 3 months.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody.
The campaign ahead of the referendum on our membership of the EU is in full swing, and besides those who'd pretty much made up their minds long before, it leaves many remaining baffled, bamboozled, and bored. I need a break just trying to make sense of it all. Are people inners or outers based on sovereignty, security, patriotism, or is it something else?
Ooh! Well, maybe that's it. It's all about political gravity.
The centre of political gravity, in fact, I'll explain. Go back to 1975. It was the Labour Party who was split on Europe. A major chunk of the party wanted to keep out. They thought the EEC, as it was then, would be an obstacle to central planning, nationalisation and expansion of the welfare state. The Conservatives, on the other hand, were pretty much united. The UK economy was in the doldrums. Europe, they thought, was a place of dynamism and enterprise, and they hoped some of it would rub off on the UK.
Now, in the 1970s, it could be argued that two of our main political parties were to the left of the centre of gravity in the EEC, as it was then, and that the Conservatives felt that continued membership of the EEC would drag the domestic centre of gravity to the right.
What they thought they would get from Europe was a free market Europe, and that was why Margaret Thatcher was strongly in favour of Europe until really quite late in the 1980s. Her Euroscepticism came much later than many people think.
Fast forward 41 years and the party's roles are reversed. The Conservatives are split. A large chunk of the parliamentary party and grassroots wants out. Brussels, they feel, is a brake on dynamism and economic growth. It's holding back the free market. Immigration is uncontrollable from inside. Labour MPs, with a few notable exceptions, want us to stay in the EU. They point to the social protections and defence of workers' rights. So what's happened in the intervening years?
All of this can be explained by gravity again, because Mrs. Thatcher takes the Conservative Party further to the right than the centre of gravity in the EEC and Europe. And this leaves a vacuum, which under Neil Kinnock and Tony Blair moves Labour closer to that European centre of gravity, in fact pretty much ending up in exactly the same space.
The key factor that changed Margaret Thatcher's attitude was a speech by Giles Dilnot, the President of the European Commission, to the Trade Union Congress in 1988, when he said that the trade unions could get benefits from Brussels that they hadn't been able to get from Westminster. And that led Margaret Thatcher to say in her Bruges speech shortly afterwards that we hadn't expelled socialism by the front door in Britain, to have it brought in by the back door from Brussels.
OK, since then all parties' gravitational centres have fluctuated. And?
All of this, of course, is just a theory. I'm calling it Dilnot's universal law of referendums. It's EU equals R minus L divided by UK. Sounds good, doesn't it?